Hey everybody, I'm back. Another weekend, another week, not murdered. As I say, a public service announcement. Please don't murder anybody, especially somebody you love and care about. I don't care what ideas are going through your head because many times in our life, our significant other, we would really like to give them a good punch in the face and really just like, ah! But you know why we don't do it? Because we're human beings and we love them. So let's try to restrain. I know sometimes it is difficult, and I would imagine my wife has the most difficulty of anybody because I probably deserve to get murdered, probably 2-3 times a week. I'm not going to deny it. Today I'm going back to an old favorite, some Truly lemon tea. It is fantastic, and I'm drinking it like a goblet. I got these new glasses I really like. There we go. Let's start this up. Listen, here we go. Transgender is permeating our society. Yet it's only about 1% of the population, but no matter where you go, you can't avoid it. However, this is what I have to tell you. If you have been a man for 50 years, and now you're transgender and you keep the penis, you cannot be the first woman to do anything, because a woman doesn't have a penis. Please remember that. The first. Keep the penis, you are not really a woman. Just because you identify as a female does not make you have the same apparatus or make you a female. It is an insult to all females who are the first to do something. In fact, it's an insult to anybody who's the first to do anything. So let's just stop the nonsense there. And then, can these transgenders who are keeping their penises please reel it in a little bit? There was a transgender down in Alabama who went into a salon for a waxing. And this person, this human being, wanted the balls waxed. Yes, his testicles, the testicles waxed. Z's testicle, them testicle, they testicles waxed. So the salon said, we're not waxing your testicles. Now think about it. As a man with testicles, nobody took him yet. I'm thinking, damn, that would hurt like heck. Just the thought of it. Painful. I wouldn't want any wax down there. But the court ruled in the salon's favor. They did not have to wax the person's testicles. Finally, a little sanity over stupidity. And just a word of advice, keep the wax away from anything down there if you're a man. If you're a woman, do what you want. You guys deal with too much pain, you're the strongest sex anyway. I'm just going to leave that one right there. But just so we know, at least the federal government celebrated international pronouns down there. We had to put them up there. So pronouns would be of the utmost importance to the government. Not the high prices, not the inflation, not the gas, not the unemployment, but they need to make sure that 1% is called the proper pronouns, whatever they want to be called. And I said they. Now, Whispering Joe was back in this week at a little town hall, and it was really bizarre because he was whispering 1%. Again with the whispering, flashing that white sign. I don't know what that is. When he does it, it's perfectly fine. But he also came out and said he's sick of people using the coronavirus for political gain. I don't know. Maybe Whispering Joe forgot that's a large reason he is in office right now. Can you imagine a Democrat? Any Democrat at all, who's been propping up the coronavirus, the COVID, telling us how horrible it is, no longer to use it for political gain. These are the same people who've been telling you for years. Can you imagine? For the last year and a half, I will never take Trump's vaccine. Never take Trump's vaccine. You better go get the third dose. Same people. Can you imagine? The hypocrisy is boundless. Knows no ends. It really doesn't. It really doesn't. And listen, here's another one I found interesting. Now, Magic Johnson. You all know about Magic Johnson. I love him. He's one of my favorite basketball players. He may not be the right spokesman to tell you how to avoid the virus. The coronavirus. He wants to talk about the other virus maybe, but he may not be the right guy for the job. I'm just saying, Magic may not be the right man. There may have been a little too much magic there. The CDC keeps coming out with some crazy things to say. They said now for people dating, they should really take precautions with their dating. They should really you should really think about who you're dating and who they're around and if they've been vaccinated and if they're careful because you don't want to get the virus. I remember when being cautious on a date was just making sure you had a condom or two. Now you gotta check vaccine cards, you gotta ask them who they're around, you gotta check the quality of the mask. I'll go for the condom any day. I don't know. Just me. I'm funny like that. Whew. And then bullying. Last week apparently was Stop Bullying. There's a day for everything. I can't even tell you. Every day is something else. So last week was a Stop Bullying Unity Day. I remember when you stop bullying by just punching the bully right in the nuts. It always works. You have to run like hell, but it'll stop the bullying because nobody wants to get punched in the nuts. There's a lot about balls today, and I'm just realizing it. 2 ball stings already. But bullying. Everything isn't bullying either. Sometimes it's just people making stupid comments, and maybe they deserve a good punch to the nuts too. I'm not advocating violence, though. I want to be clear. But sometimes you got to stick up for yourself and let it end. Now, beauty pageant. Beauty pageant. Beauty pageant. Down south is being sued. Why are they being sued, Angry Mac? They're being sued because they based their winner on appearance. Can you imagine a beauty pageant basing their results on physical beauty? What is this world coming to? Let's just have ugliness pageants. There'll probably be too many contestants. I don't know how you're going to determine the winner's there, because some people are pretty damn ugly on the inside and the outside. I can go for one of those ugly pageants. I think I'd do okay. Here's a quick question for you. Now, if the military and first responders are mandated to be vaccinated, are going to lose their jobs, when is the government going to start requiring people who are collecting welfare to get the vaccines? I think the difference is that people who collect welfare vote one particular way in a large majority. Let's not irritate them at all. We don't want to lose any votes. I'm just saying, why aren't we thinking about this? You want to get people going? That's it. And they're talking about New York City, the mandate about not letting people in, about systematic racism. What could be more systematic in New York City than this vaccine mandate? That you can't go anywhere unless you're vaccinated. 70% of the people unvaccinated in New York City are people of color. Talk about systematic racism. I'm just saying that once again. You are segregating people of color because they don't want to get the vaccine. So you're not hurting the white folk. Same people are saying, let's get rid of the electoral college. One vote, one person, let the majority rule. The United States is 72.7% white. So what are they trying to say? Bring back white again? Let the white people rule? I don't know. There's a lot of things that confuse me. And once again, I'm not that bright. You can ask my wife. Racism, just so you know, has been declared a public health hazard in New York City. Don't know how that affects health, racism. I guess maybe you get punched in the face if you're a racist. And you should. You really should. It's ridiculous. But I don't know. Now, ever notice that a woman will take about 6 or 7 hours to get ready? And then you wind up being late. And then when you get there, they said, I'm sorry I was so late. My husband didn't have his shoes on when I was ready. Somehow it always works back to the man, and we just take it. We all know why we do. We all know. Now, the squirrel. This is not what the squirrel said this week. This was an answer on the squirrel social studies test. Answer on the squirrel social studies test. It reminded me of an episode of Cheers when Cliff Clavin was on the Final Jeopardy, and it was like, what do these 3 people have in common? And Cliff said, those 3 people have never been in my kitchen. Well, correct, he was eliminated. The question was, name 3 natural landforms in New York. And the squirrel wrote, number 1, the hill in front of horseback riding. Number 2, Mercy Mountain. Number 3, the tree in front of my house. She did give him partial credit. I don't know, I call that creative thinking. All absolutely correct. The squirrels never cease to amaze me. However, neither does Florida. A woman in Florida was driving around in an electric cart in Walmart with a bottle of wine, a bottle of vodka in the cart, opening up, drinking away, eating snacks, and was arrested. What's wrong with that? I'm thinking, That's just a warm-up before we go to Dinger's house. I don't know. I'm going to give her an A+ for effort. She didn't actually finish very well. She could have worked on the not getting caught a little bit better. She needed to get to Dinger's house a little soon and get out of there. Maybe she didn't need to finish the whole bottle. But Florida never seems to disappoint. There's always something going on. You can go on the internet and just type a date in, Florida, crazy, and you'll find something. Guaranteed. Oh. A couple of years ago, the government had a little study, and they were having some controlled atomic explosions, and they were putting food by the explosions. And I know I'm going to make a lot of people happy here. One of the foods was beer. So they just opened everything again. They were all canned goods. The beer was still good. It survived the atomic explosion and was still good to drink. All you beer drinkers must rejoice, because if everything goes boom, just find a beer and you'll be fine. Now, here we go. Can anybody answer me this question? What the hell is pandemic grammar? I'm going to just tell you pandemic grammar equals stupid. It's probably all these pronouns. But apparently there's going to be a whole new pandemic grammar dictionary, and it's all going to be substandard, ignorant language. What are we devolving into? What is wrong with us? Now, here we go. Angry Mac. My recently divorced boyfriend is now ready to date again. I don't know how to proceed. Well, if he's ready to date again, is he really your boyfriend? And is he dating you? I'm really not sure. I need a little clarification on this one. But I'd just sit down, I'd reassess the situation and see what's going on. The whole wording of this is very odd. Recently divorced boyfriend ready to date again. Very unclear. You need to be a little bit more clear when you're asking for advice. I really can't give you any. Sit down and talk to him, get a drink, I don't know. Now the other one. Dear Angry Mac, my nephew recently was married. We were not invited to the wedding. Now, my sister is very angry with me because she said even though I didn't go to the wedding, I am obligated to give a gift. Do I need to give a gift? My response is no gift, no invitation, no gift. That's it. Not only no gift, strike them from the Christmas card list. You don't need to talk to him anymore. And tell your sister she doesn't like it. She needs to get you a gift just because. You're not invited to the wedding. You weren't even told they were getting married until after the fact. No gift. Unbelievable stupidity once again. Now listen. No, I wasn't that prophetic this week, but don't be stupid. If you think it's stupid, it probably is. But you know what's not stupid? Telling somebody you love them. You know what's not stupid? Finding a loved one and giving them a hug. You know what's not stupid? Taking your people for granted and not respecting other human beings regardless of race, color, creed, whatever. Love everybody. Love everybody. Hey, find somebody you love. Give them a hug, guys. I'll see you next week.